John Henry Holliday, better known by his nickname Doc Holliday, was a guy who possessed a wide range of skills and was a notable figure in the American West. Beginning with his childhood in the South and ending with his enduring legacy, the life of Doc Holliday is examined in depth in this documentary that may be seen on YouTube. This video sheds light on the man behind the mythology by examining his relationships, achievements, and eventual reputation. Come along with us as we delve into the lives and times of Doc Holliday and experience this riveting trip. Early life and upbringing. Doc Holliday's father, Henry B. Holliday, had a distinguished military career, having served in various wars, including the Cherokee Indian and Mexican-American Wars. Doc Holliday's upbringing was influenced by his father's military service. Henry Holliday took up an orphaned Mexican kid called Francisco Hidalgo when he returned home from fighting in the Mexican-American War. Henry Holliday was known as Doc Holliday. Henry married Alice Jane McKay in 1849, and the couple had a daughter together whom they named Martha Eleonora. Sadly, Martha Eleonora passed away when she was still a youngster. John Henry Doc Holliday was born on August 14, 1851, and he was baptized at the First Presbyterian Church in Griffin, Georgia, in 1852. The Holliday family moved to Lowndes County, Georgia, in 1857. After Major Holliday, Doc Holliday's father, inherited a large tract of land in the Valdosta area of Georgia. John Henry obtained a well-rounded education at the Valdosta Institute, which included instruction in Greek, Latin, and French, among other languages. The pivotal roles that Major Holliday played in the city, including serving as mayor and holding other prestigious offices, provided the groundwork for the experiences that would go on to influence Doc Holliday's life. The death of John Henry's mother, Alice, from tuberculosis in 1866 left an indelible mark on him, as it was one of the defining moments of his life and one of the most difficult challenges he faced. The fact that his father remarried only 3 months after Alice's dying added insult to injury for him. In spite of these challenges, Doc Holliday's schooling and upbringing in Valdosta served to better prepare him for the exciting and challenging times that were still to come. In the year 1870, Doc Holliday decided to further his education by enrolling in a college in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. After completing his studies there, he moved to Atlanta, Georgia, to begin working as a dentist. This was the time period in which his first recorded firefight took place. It took place in January of 1875. They were taken into custody as a consequence of an argument with a local bar owner called Austin that eventually turned into a violent altercation. A few days later, after another argument, Doc fatally shot a prominent citizen, which prompted him to leave for Jacksboro, Texas, where he found work as a faro dealer. The Lawless Years. Jacksboro, a lawless cowboy town located next to an army station, became an important chapter in Doc Holliday's life during this time period. He practiced his shooting abilities by taking part in 3 additional gunfights in rapid succession, armed with the firearms and knife he had brought with him. Even though no one was injured or killed as a result of these altercations, the fact that there were no legal penalties was partly attributable to the disorderly and lawless nature of the town. One deadly event, in which Doc shot and killed a soldier from Fort Richardson, prompted the government to launch an investigation and offer a reward for his capture, which he has not yet claimed. When Doc Holliday was diagnosed with tuberculosis, he realized that relocating to an area with a warmer and drier climate might help delay the progression of his illness and preserve his quality of life. In hopes of finding comfort, he moved to Dallas, Texas, the most significant metropolis before the Western frontier. In Dallas, he collaborated with a dentist named Dr. John A. Seeger, and the two of them became well known for their dental work. However, as Doc Holliday's health continued to decline, he became increasingly dependent on gambling as his primary source of money. On May 12, 1874, Doc Holliday and 12 other individuals were indicted in Dallas for engaging in illicit gambling. This event marked a key turning point in the story, a destined encounter. After a long voyage, Doc Holliday arrived at Fort Griffin, Texas, where he secured a job working as a card dealer at John Shanzy's Tavern. Here, he would have a fateful encounter. Here is where he met Mary Catherine Bignose Kate Horany, a tough and self-reliant lady who occasionally worked as a prostitute. He referred to her as Big Nose Kate. In spite of Kate's unique way of living, she and Doc built a profound emotional connection, and it is believed that she is the only woman who has ever held Doc's heart. The friendship with Wyatt Earp. In the year 1878, Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday's paths intersected in Dodge City, Kansas. This was the beginning of their friendship. Wyatt had exiled 2 cowboys from Wichita, and chaos occurred when they and other individuals rode into Dodge City. Doc Holliday pulled his revolver at a crucial juncture, which prevented Wyatt Earp from being in a precarious circumstance that may have ended in his death. Wyatt Earp always said that Doc Holliday was the one who kept him alive, despite the fact that the specifics of this confrontation have been lost to history due to the paucity of media coverage that occurred at the time. The chance meeting was the beginning of a long-lasting friendship between the 2 guys. The gunfight at the OK Corral. The gunfight at the OK Corral in Tombstone, Arizona, is one of the most famous occurrences that is associated with Doc Holliday. Tombstone's Vice Marshal and Sheriff, Virgil Earp, received information that armed cowboys were breaking a city ordinance and disobeying orders to arrest them. An altercation took place in a lane off Fremont Street on October 26, 1881, and as a result, 3 people lost their lives: Billy Clanton, Frank McClory, and Tom McClory. Additionally, Virgil and Morgan Earp were injured in the altercation. Following that, a trial determined that the Earp brothers and Doc Holliday were not guilty of the crime. Before leaving Tombstone, Doc and Wyatt eliminated a number of lawbreakers as part of their quest for vengeance for the death of Morgan Earp. Johnny Ringo, a long-standing rival of Doc Holliday's, was discovered dead in July of 1882, and the circumstances surrounding his passing remain a mystery. There have been a number of different accounts and hypotheses put up regarding Ringo's passing, and Doc Holliday's possible involvement is still up for discussion. Even though Holliday was said to be hundreds of miles away at the time, according to some accounts, others imply that he may have played a role in the incident. There is still no clear explanation for what happened when Johnny Ringo passed away. The final days of Doc Holliday and his legacy. Despite his fame as a gunfighter, Doc Holliday did not have unbeatable odds. On multiple occasions during the course of his life, he was minutes away from passing away. His struggle with tuberculosis took its toll, and in May of 1887, he traveled to Glenwood Springs in Colorado, hoping to find some respite there. Unfortunately, his health continued declining, and he was confined to bed for the rest of his life. The Glenwood Hotel was the location where Doc Holliday passed away on November 8, 1887. His legacy will be remembered as a model of steadfastness, devotion, and bravery in the face of hardship for generations to come. In conclusion, the life and mystique of Doc Holliday continue to captivate audiences and serve as the impetus for a great number of stories, films, and novels. In spite of the difficulties he encountered and the more negative aspects of his reputation, his life serves as a reminder to us that there is always a reason for optimism, even in the most trying of circumstances. The journey that Doc Holliday took from being a good dentist to being an infamous gunslinger exemplifies the attitude of overcoming adversity and striving to achieve one's greatest potential. The enduring force of human determination is demonstrated by his legacy, which stands as a tribute to that power. That's all for today. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. See you next time.